Right guys, we just got some fuel and we're going to head up and meet Chris and get car camping episode 2 on the go. Let's hit the road. Alright, so I've arrived at the car park for the Whangie. Just met up with Chris. Hello! And we're going to go over a bit explore at the minute and then we'll get some dinner on. There's actually a really cool sort of cliff hill thing up here we're going to go and explore and see what that's about. I also brought the penny board with me, so we'll get some footage of me cruising around. That should be good fun. And I'll bring you with me. Let's go. Oh, we need to wild camp up here at some point. Right in here. Yep. Alright, we've just climbed the hill that I was pointing out just there. The sun's starting to make its way down. I'm just going to show you the view around about here. It's actually pretty fantastic. Sweeping round, there's loads of hills that me and Chris are talking about even coming back and wild camping at some point. So, and then the light might struggle a little bit here, but off in the distance, if I lift you guys up, you should be able to see Loch Lomond off in the distance. And in the morning we're going to go up and explore the Whangie, which is somewhere up in behind this hill up here. And if you look back here, you can see our little camp spot for the night. I'll zoom you guys in. We're all the way down there on the corner. So we'll get some photos up here and we'll head back down, see if we can get fed, get some dinner, and we'll see you there. Alright guys, we just got back and we're just going to fire up some dinner. Chris, what do you want to tell us what you're having for your dinner this evening?
I'm having tuna salad that I bought from the shop.
Yay!
Doesn't need reheated.
Fair enough. I'm trying out these meal packs for the first time. We're going to be using these on more trips in the future, hopefully, if they're any good. But these little adventure food things like pasta carbonara, and I've got a breakfast one in there as well. So we'll see what they're like and we'll get set up and get some food. Alright, so the meal of choice for this evening is the adventure food pasta carbonara that we're going to be trying out. So hopefully this is pretty good. But we'll do a little taste test just shortly. Alright, let's crack this packet open. Now it says to take out the, there's like an oxidizer thing in here somewhere. Found it. So, boiling water's in, we'll leave it to sit for a little bit, give it a little stir, and we'll get a wee taste test. Alright, so Chris is just going to talk us through an idea for a future modification that we're both going to try on the cars. Fire away.
I'm going to get a black sheet and I'm going to cut a hole in it so that headrest can go through it.
Yep.
I am going to I'm going to strap it onto this. I'm going to have it lie flat, coming along to here. Then I'm going to sew some poles into it, going along that way so it's got some weight. And into those poles I'm going to attach like guy ropes from a tent so they're adjustable. Which can look round there so it can lie flat with this. And then it will just drape down straight.
Nice. So essentially, I'll show you my car as well. It's the same idea. If we open this up, we're essentially going to create a sheet from the top of the seats back here that runs across, creating a canopy to the sort of back here, and that way we can lie underneath it and be completely invisible from the outside. That coupled with some of those window sun visor things that you can get to make it really hard to see into the car, but I think that's a good idea. Let's give it a go. We're just going for a little drive in Chris's car to try and get a little warm up and see what some of the roads on here look like. So we've decided this time we're going to drive both cars for a bit and get them heated up before we actually go to bed, 'cause it's meant to get quite cold tonight. I'm not sure exactly what the temperature's meant to go to, but
it's 2 just now.
2, yeah, so it's going to get a little bit chilly, but
probably freezing.
Yeah, more than likely. Yeah, just head back. Alright guys, so we just drove along the road a little bit. We've actually came to the Devil's Pulpit, which is like a really good sort of waterfall swimming area. We'll need to come back and check that out in a future video. We're just looking at ways we could get here and park here. It's a bit of a tricky one because this spot's been super popular during the lockdowns and stuff. So they've put a lot of measures in to stop you parking, but we'll do that for a future video. That should be a fun one. We had a bit of a problem when we came back. There was a guy parked right next to my car, so we've now had to move things, but we'll show you when we get back up there the setup we've got. But we're just going for a drive in my car now and get this thing warmed up, and then we might get our sleeping setups done and head to bed.
It's a camp bed. So I've taken the central support bar out of and just shoved it in my boot.
So yeah, Chris has gone for a slightly different setup this time, so just a big camp mat. He's also kept the parcel shelf in, which I'm probably going to do in the next one as well. And he can slide his feet under there. But this means his sleeping setup shouldn't move around the way it did last time, landing him in the boot. So he's also got this backup mat as well if he needs it, so all round pretty good setup. Alright guys, so mine's keeping our voices down, there's other campers around. My setup's pretty much the same as last time. I've just gone for a big duvet, and I've got my sleeping bag in here, and then I've got the big duvet on top with the camp mat just underneath everything there. So should be quite comfy diagonally. The only real change I've made this time is to put my car key, now you can see that, on a carabiner, and then clip it onto the back of the headrests in there. And that way I don't lose this in the car. So that's about the only thing I've done different. Morning folks. We're just awake here. Car park's getting a little bit busy now, so I'm going to get up, have some breakfast and go for a hike. Morning.
Morning.
How's it going?
Okay.
Did it go alright?
Yeah, room for improvement.
Okay.
But, yeah.
How was the sleeping mat and the bed thing?
A lot better than without it.
Yeah.
It helped pad it because that was cutting into my back.
Yeah.
So that helped pad. So next time, might put down some padding and then you'll just sleep there.
Alright. Time to whip up some breakfast. We're going to try out this Adventure Food Expedition breakfast, which I think is just porridge essentially with some fruit through it. So give you a little review of this once we've tried that out. So as you guys can see, things here got a little bit busy this morning. Seems like this is the place to be, enjoying our breakfast, which is quite tasty actually. I could see this lasting me right through to dinner, to be honest with you. It's quite a thick, carby based breakfast.
I don't really porridge for breakfast, but it's simple enough to make it. It does like keep you full.
That's the start to the walk there. Once we get up round the corner, we should have a decent view of Loch Lomond. So yeah, let's go for it. Turn still here. So they've built these little wooden walkways to get you across the kind of marshy piece. Alright guys, we're at the halfway point I think so far, but there's some really good views out over Lomond at the minute, so we're going to keep climbing, see what the view's like up at the Whangie, show you the rock formation. Let's go. Alright guys, so we're walking along, we spot a trail to the left. It's literally hard mode. I think we'll stick with normal for now. Woohoo! We've just climbed through that part of the Whangie, you've probably seen some footage there. It goes all the way around the corner down here. It's actually this incredibly really tall rock formation all the way around. But the views behind me are absolutely spectacular. You can see Loch Lomond off in the distance, obviously Ben Lomond behind it, and there's these huge sort of spire rocks poking out of the formation. It's pretty sweet. We're going to explore some more. It's quite steep walls with all these rocks and fairly narrow passages as well. It's like doing the trench run and the Death Star in Star Wars. Alright, we just got back from the walk there. The car park's filling up really fast, so we're going to make a move to a little cafe a little bit further along, get some food, and then maybe wrap it up from there. Alright, so what we're doing is we're going to go through, this place has a drive-through, and like Chris just said there, we reckon it's the only independent drive-through that we've ever seen. So yeah, we can highly recommend this St. Malka Carbeth little drive-through. It's pretty cool. We'll get some footage of it just before we go so you guys can see, but food's fantastic, service is great, and they've got their own little mini drive-through. What's not to like? Alright, so that was the car camping up here in Carbeth. We went and saw the Whangie and had a pretty good night. Got down to about 0 degrees at one point as well, which was pretty good to see how the car handled that, so pretty happy. But if you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.
Tell them say StuMac at drive-through and you'll get 10% off.
So you use code StuMac.